What is going on, guys? Welcome to Stock Talk with Nico Kritikos. Today, we are going to be taking a look at Pinterest stock. This is ticker PINS, and this stock recently suffered a big drop. Yesterday, it dropped 14%, and in the last 5 years, this stock percent. So definitely an underperformance from the general market. Now, Pinterest is a $20 billion company, and their profitability is not consistent at all. If we can take a look here, we can see that over the last couple of years, it's been up and down. There's been lots of quarters with them losing money, and there's been a couple of quarters with them making money. So this year so far, they seem to be off to a pretty good start, and so hopefully this will be a profitable year. Analysts have them doing $1.45 of EPS this year and then $1.78 of EPS for next year. So it's a good thing there's some growth that's expected to be there. Revenue is expected to grow 19% this year, then 16% next year. So not terrible numbers, right? I am just always looking for a company that has consistency in their numbers, and this company does not have that. Now, with their earnings report from yesterday, what we see is that they beat on a lot of different metrics. Revenue was a beat, EPS was a beat. A lot of the numbers were good. But the problem is that the demand for people buying ads was significantly down. But other than that, they grew users, they grew a lot of these different metrics, but that was the main reason the stock dropped. So that's the problem with this stock. If we take a look at the valuation right now, so we can't really use a price to earnings because they're not consistently profitable. But if we take a look at the price to sales, we can see that, as with most stocks in 2021, it had a ridiculous jump up to overvalued valuations. But really, this stock has been trading anywhere from a 4.5 up to a 9. And right now, we are actually sitting at, I believe, a 5 or a 6, I want to say, of price to sales. I think that last chart has not been fully updated. Yeah, the current price to sales is 5.8. Okay, so really, we're not at a bad, this is honestly, I wouldn't call it overvalued. This is honestly a pretty good valuation for this stock. 5.8 is not ridiculous or anything. So Pinterest being what, a $20 billion company, and they're doing how much in revenue right now? Let's see, their last 12 months it did 3.4. So that's not bad, especially for a company that's growing, what, 15 to 20% revenue. So that's not bad. That's really not bad. My problem would be I don't really want to pay $20 billion for a company that loses money. But if they can put up a profitable year, let's see. So for what do we got here? Now this is trailing 12 months. This is not by the quarter. So which means from Q4 of 23 to Q3 of 24, they did 215 million on the bottom line. Now, from that perspective, I don't know. That means they got a long way to go, right? What's the margin for this business? We got this is ROI, but see, well, yeah, see, ROI is let's go to profit margin. So they got a margin of 3.4%. Okay. Now, sure, you can, I mean, I think they have like a 500 million users or something crazy. So it's not like this company is a startup. This is what I'm always complaining about with a lot of these companies, where if you're a startup, sure, you can make excuses for all your problems and it's kind of justified. But when you're a company who has been, how long has Pinterest been? They were founded in 2008. When you're a company that has a 500 million people using your platform and you make 20 billion, isn't it? Yeah. No, 20 billion. No, I'm sorry. Let's see what they do last year. $3 billion of revenue and you're a $20 billion company. Now, I don't know. Now I'm starting to get more picky with it because I mean, if you're putting up these kind of numbers, then you need to have a fair valuation and you need to be proving something. You can't just keep losing money and have a 2% profit margin, right? So that's kind of my deal with this. I wouldn't want to put it at a too rich of a valuation. Let's see. So last year, yeah, they lost money last year. So let's say they do, best case scenario, they're going to do, I don't know, $100 million of, let's say 200, $300 million on the bottom line, right? And they're expected to grow a little bit, right? Growth, the analysts have them doing 10, 15% growth. So I would say maybe a 25, a 30, I mean, even that's being kind of generous. A 25 would be fair, right? So 25, I mean, I would probably put this company at like honestly like a 7 billion, 8, maybe an $8 billion valuation, $9 billion valuation, something like that. So honestly, like half of what it is right now. Like I'd probably pay like $15 for the stock as a fair valuation. I don't see this being I don't see that being a fair price for Pinterest. So I personally am not a fan of this stock. and this is not one that I am interested in buying. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.